Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the fourth event of this year's Digital Building Roadshow at WAGO. My name is Jana Böker, and as a Global Industry Manager, I am part of the Market Management Building Technology and will guide you through the event today. If you have any questions or want to share feedback with us during the event, there's a chat function available. Afterwards, I look forward to welcoming you to our virtual networking room for discussion with our speakers and other WAGO colleagues. Here we can address your questions even more individually. If you have not yet done so, you can watch the previous session again in the media library. The first session was about the management of buildings and distributed real estate. In May, you got an insight into the efficient automation of technical building systems. And in the last roadshow, we took a closer look at the topic of requirements for modern energy management. Today's session deals with the questions: how can simple modern building installation succeed? In addition to conventional electrical installation, we would also like to address the pluggable option. I would now like to discuss which customer requirements we are currently dealing with and how we at WAGO can support you. For this, I have invited two discussion partners into the studio, Christopher Thiele.
Hello.
And Michael Meyer.
Hello.
Welcome, Christopher and Michael, to our panel discussion. Simple and modern electrical installation is also an important topic at the moment. What do you think, Christopher, are the requirements for modern electrical installation on the market?
Our customers expect simpler, faster and more flexible solutions in the implementation of their construction projects from WAGO.
Yes, Christopher, I can confirm these points from the product management. In addition, topics such as digitalization and sustainability are a part of the day-to-day business.
In summary, the keywords simplicity, speed, flexibility, digitalization and sustainability are important indicators for modern electrical installation. Everyone knows simplicity, but what does simplicity mean in relation to electrical installation, and how we can at WAGO make building installation simple, Christopher?
At WAGO we have always aimed to provide simple, fast and safe connection technology for our customer. As early as 1974, we completely changed the market with the WAGO junction box terminal block, and today everyone simply refers to a WAGO when they want to connect electrical conductors together. Currently, one of the best known products from WAGO are the 2273 or the 221 junction box terminal blocks. Two series are proof that good things can be even better, because the old box terminals were larger than the current one and also not transparent. With an introduction of the 2273 and the 221, we have once again made installation much easier for our customers. Despite the success and the really great products, we want to make everyday life even easier for our customers, and therefore recommend the use of plug-in installation techniques for recurring situations in electrical installations. The responsible product manager will now tell us what that means.
Christopher, many thanks. The pluggable electrical installation is the future of building installation. The WINSTA pluggable connection system easily meets the strict requirements of building installations. The system provides simple pluggable electrical connections, making electrical installations fast, safe and error-free. This also applies to other applications, such as marine, railway systems or industrial applications. The modular and pluggable installation system consists of pre-assembled components and cables. The installation is planned in advance, and the necessary components and cables can be defined and ordered. The electrical components of a project, for example here lights, sockets or air conditioner systems, can be received from the WINSTA system partners with integrated connectors or equipment with suitable WINSTA plugs, regardless of the construction site. Then everything can put together quickly and safely. And I would like to summarize the benefits from the WINSTA program. So I will start with the pre-assembled cables. We have an integrated push-in cage clamp technology that allowed the electrician that he can directly connect the wire into the clamp. Then we have a safe and maintenance-free connection technology, 100% protective against mismatching and maintenance-free, and the components can be clearly printed on and color-coded to meet custom requirements. And here, convince yourself with our free sample set, WINSTA 807-133, and ask here, in this case, our sales guy in your country. And Christopher, here in this case, can you show us a practical example, WINSTA in the real world?
Even a simple light switch can be easily clamped by the electrician. It can make sense to use for this a pluggable installation. I've just supported a project in Berlin with 500 rooms and one light switch each. The pluggable cabling was also used here. In this project, the lights were prepared for WINSTA for the factory. And the color coding of the conductors means that errors are almost impossible doing this installation. We have installation here. You can see we have one switch and two lights. And now we make the junction box ready. Plug 1 and plug 2. And you can see the light is on. It's really quick and easy and without mistakes.
Yeah, but how can modern electrical installation can be more flexible? Michael.
Yes, Jana, driven by the automation, more and more technology is entering in the building and the demands from the installing are changing. This requires new skills and expanded requirements profiles from the planners and also from the installers. Buildings of the future must be easily flexible, usable, and also expandable. The demands of the flexible and functional buildings are increasing all the time. For example, at the time of an order, there are no tatons. Floor plans are planned with flexible components that allows an easy conversation. And exactly here, the modern installation with WINSTA can be installed. Pluggable electrical installation should help us in the future with new challenges. It is optimal tailored to run high requirements for building installation. With pluggable installation systems, you can combine very easy installation and automation. To put it simply, plug and play instead individual wiring. So that makes it fast, safe and error-free. And here I would say the future are in the digitalization. In the past, we create a new 3D world that you can find on our homepage. And here, Christopher, can you show us some details? How works WINSTA in the new dry 3D world?
It's exactly like that. The use of field bus systems such as DALI is what makes pluggable installations so interesting. We use the blue connectors for DALI. In the picture we can clearly see that the lights are simply clamped together and the flexible allocation of the rooms only configured via software. With this type of installation, you can quickly wire large areas with the same type of cables and the same lengths and use them flexibly. And if you need a presence detector later in the room, it's no problem because you simply plug it into the bus. The plug-in installation also makes sense for sun protection installation with SME bus. The distance between the drives are mostly the same, so that I can prepare the cables and the connections perfectly. The plug on the inside also makes commissioning of the drives much easier. The drives are then grouped using the room automation solution such as FlexRoom from WAGO.
Also, sustainability is an important topic in today's world, and everyone knows it. And the intention is to create more and more awareness for a sustainable way of life of everyone. But sustainability is often associated with waste consumption and sorting, and not electrical installation. But Michael, what can modern electrical installation contribute to sustainability?
Okay, you're right. For us, sustainability is not mere option, it is a key success factor. We depend on an intact environment. It is our aim to make a contribution to sustainable development. Connector systems are ideal suited for sustainable and resource-saving building installation. With pluggable installation systems, you can play your installation and assemble it in advance. This saves time and valuable materials. Christopher, can you explain a little bit what exactly connect WINSTA with sustainability?
Buildings are becoming more and more flexible and are also being changed faster and faster. And this is exactly where we start with a plug-in installation with a view to sustainability. Even during construction, with detailed planning, we can design the plug-in cabling so that no waste is generated during construction. You know the many cablings that are required as access lengths for the installation and are garbage after connection. Depending on the size of construction projects, several kilometers of excess length can be found here, which the installer has to buy, but he cannot bill this excess length. With a pre-planned installation, this can be avoided and the raw materials are not wasted. During the first renovation of the building, the existing electrical installation is often torn out and new one is installed. So we are generating rubbish again. This is usually also necessary because the conventional installation can often no longer be traced, and this makes the convention more difficult or impossible. Junction boxes are often not labeled, and the circuit can't be seen from the outside. So that one cannot blame the installer here. There is simply no other way. Old cables are not reused because the length and the cross-section is not known, so everything goes in the trash. This is completely different with pluggable installation. All components, including cables, have a unique article number. This means that even if the installation changed, there is no rubbish because I can use the cables for the new installation. The circuits is also clear because I still know what was installed from the design of the article. You can see the design, the article number, the printed circuit diagram on the WINSTA boxes, and I can adapt the installation for the new task.
Yeah, you mentioned digitalization as the last important challenge for the electrical installation. Michael, what does digitalization mean in the context of electrical installation?
Yes, the future are in the digitalization, so cleverly planned and digitally modeled. So the digitalization also offers new opportunities in building industry and not only a driver of advancing building intelligence, but also of optimized processes. Thanks to digital planning methods such as BIM, more and more process steps are shifting to the first initial phases. So the goal would be here a consistent and efficient process. The consistent from planning to documentation, here for example Industry 4.0, can be optimal implemented with plug-in electrical installations. So pluggable connector system can be easily planned and documented and in advance, and afterwards you can install very fast, safe and error-free. Christopher, can you show us here a short practice example?
By planning on the basis of digital models and using standardized components in the construction of the building, the material flow of projects can already be controlled today. This is currently being used very successful in the field of building construction like concrete, and will also reach electrical installations in the near future. So I can plan exactly when and how much material I need on my construction area. Another advantage is a simple billing, as I can see exactly what I have installed in which area on the plan. So far, that has been measured on site.
A pluggable installation often has to defend itself against a lot of critics. One of the main points of critique is that it takes the work away from the electricians. We saw an example of this in a Facebook comment and a WINSTA post from WAGO. It is only in Germany, but in English it's yes, exactly, and the installation can be done in the future by everyone for 3.5 an hour, because you don't need an electrician anymore. Such a stupid idea, but that's half of our modern world. The main thing is that everything is cheap and there's no understanding for good craftsmanship and German quality work anymore. This is the comment from Facebook. Christopher, what do you think?
I think the fear of being replaced by modern technology is omnipresent and not just a topic of electrical installation. This is not the idea from WAGO with pluggable installation, but we want to give our customers the opportunity to have more time for the new takes they are confronted with. The simple electrical installation is also required in modern buildings and is only supplemented by special installation methods such as WINSTA. I'm sure that the job of the installer will change in the next few years.
Yes, the task from the electricians will change. So WINSTA is a very easy system, but you have to know what you are doing. WINSTA is approved Act to IEC 61535. So this is a product standard for pluggable installation connectors intended for permanent connection in mounted installations. Qualified electricians are still needed in the future. Only qualified electricians and instructed personnel may install pluggable installation connectors from the WINSTA series.
Also on Facebook there were already people who supported WINSTA and WAGO, and they joined your opinion. For example, WAGO is a German company and stands for quality worldwide and has been setting standards there for a long time. This technology is also not the main thing is cheap. People like you with your everything is new stupid mindset are exactly the reason why Germany has not been the world's forerunner in innovation for years. And we have another comment. This goes more into the technical implementation of WINSTA. Someone said, you can add another 24 lamps to the 36. It's only LED. It doesn't need any electricity. Every customer always says. How do you see it, Christopher?
Physics is physics. This we not can change with WINSTA. The basic rule of electrical installation must, of course, still be observed. Changes are easier with WINSTA, that's right, but still need to be planned and checked.
Yes, and also from my side, I can say for the future, WINSTA is the future for the building installation.
With that, I would like to thank you, Christopher and Michael, very much for their insights and explanations. We have already addressed the aspect of the time advantage during the installation with the WINSTA. We would like to take a closer look at this little video. After the general look at the possibilities of modern building installation, so far we would now like to go into more detail and look at some planning examples for the building installation. For this, I'll hand over to my colleague Frank Neutensmeyer. He is the head of operations in the business unit Solutions.
Good morning. Thanks, Jana, for the nice welcome. I'm pleased to introduce you today our program WINSTA Systempartner and also an application example of the modern pluggable building installation. As already named in the introduction, I'm responsible for the operation part in the business unit Solution. In addition to commercial and operative topics, we work out special solutions for the WINSTA sector. Before we start, I would like to show you a short image film about WINSTA.
Let's be honest, it's every builder's worst nightmare. You're just trying to finish this one job and the electrician turns up and wants to get to work. This is where we come in. While the developer is still debating who can work where and when on site, you, the professional, knows what really matters in functional building installations. It's just one click and the job is done.
Done.
Pre-assembled lines and simple plug connectors make for flexible and fast installations. Be it an office building, a hospital, a retail space, on board a ship, in a hotel, or in a school. With its modular system, WINSTA can be used almost anywhere. From plug-in lamp connectors up to interfaces with control systems. And should the plans change, you can simply replug everything. After all, electrical systems are there for you, not you for them. Come and speak to us. We're here for you.
So, as we could see, WINSTA is very simple and flexible. It doesn't matter if in hospitals, schools or hotels. Simply find your products in our large catalog range, or we will work out an individual solution for you. Due to the coding, you can install easily and error-free. Plug and play makes installation much faster and safer. Your health will also say thank you. Long assembly times in uncomfortable positions are memory of the past. Let's first take a look at our catalog range. You can choose from a wide range of plugs, sockets and connectors. A wide range of different cables is available for connecting the equipment, in different lengths pre-assembled on one or both sides, completely according to your individual demand. Complex distributions in the floor or roof, no problem with WINSTA. With a huge number of standard distributors, you will find the right distribution for every application. And if you don't find the right one, we will develop it for you. But how can WINSTA become even more attractive for you as a user? The solution came quickly. Why not making the end device pluggable now? Together with a large group of manufacturers, we have founded the WINSTA System Partnership. Our target was and is to make all kinds of devices that are used in a building pluggable and offer it to you as an option. From the roof to the workstation and into the floor. Let's now take a look at the system partners and products in detail. The overview shows that we can offer solutions for every application. We are pleased to be able to count well-known manufacturers to our partners. In a detailed brochure, you will find all products that are pluggable with WINSTA. Our partners also refer to the WINSTA range in their catalogs. Let's now turn to the individual options. WINSTA meets lighting. Weather sealing luminaire, spotlight or recessed luminaires and sensors, a wide variety of connections, for example Linect, DALI 2 offer the right solutions. Commercial and industrial buildings depending on requirements. Also suitable for unique pieces and small series. WINSTA meets switches and sockets. Connections pre-assembled installation system, quick and easy installation, also no problem. Workplaces can be quickly equipped, extended or even changed, whether in the canal or directly at the workplace. You always have the choice. WINSTA meets parapet trunking. Like the sockets, the same applies to the parapet trunking systems. Always expandable, quickly mounted and, if necessary, quickly unmounted. Whether floor tank for caved floors or step-proof trunking systems, the products can be fitted with sockets insert and of course be expandable. Quick to use where you need the connections. WINSTA meets distributor housing. Our partners and we supply the right system distribution box for every application, whether plastic or metal. Completely ready for use, like the WAGO FlexRoom system for customized for your needs. Why WINSTA and system partners? Therefore, the most important advantages are summed up for you. We enjoy full order books. You are under the pressure during the planning and realization phase. Must be able to rely on the entire solution. A functioning installation system ensures that everything runs according to plan. You do not have time to search for pluggable supplementary products. And you have an ever increasing need for complete solutions from a single source. The advantages of the partnership for our joint customers: coordinated and compatible products. We deliver comprehensive solutions with our partners. Due to the close cooperation between WAGO and the system partners, the customer has less coordination effort. Now that I have had the pleasure of explaining the system partnership to you, I would like to present a classic application example. Let's take a look at WINSTA in the functional office with pluggable connections for luminaires, detectors, floor tanks, trunking sockets and shading systems. Here is coming the advantage in planning and installation. Simple with plug and play. No wiring errors thanks to color coding, no waste in connection with supply lines and cable outlets. For lighting, we can use conventional power distribution or optionally a WINSTA distribution box. The DALI luminaires are directly provided with the linear connection. The sensor can be connected directly to DALI line via a T distributor. The installation is carried out on a suspending ceiling. The shading of the building is fed in by a flat cable. Via the KNX L1, L2 connectors on the flat cable, we go directly to the shading with WINSTA. As an option to the flat cable, the pluggable round cable with tapes can be installed via T distributor. The cable is laid inside a cable trunking. In the case of floor tanks, the power is fed indirectly or via a distribution box. We differ here between the fed of the normal network and the ADP network. The networks are color-coded to separate them. Via H distributors, we go directly to the floor tanks equipped with WINSTA. Traditionally, this is installed in the double floor. So now we are at the end of my presentation. I hope that I have given you an idea of the WINSTA system partners and have inspired you interested. If you would like more information, please contact your sales partner. Thank you very much.
Many thanks to Frank Neutensmeyer for the view into the practice from planning to the implementation of pluggable systems. I would like to thank my colleagues Christopher Thiele and Michael Meyer for supporting the 4th Building Roadshow on the topic of modern building installation. Together with the experts, we looked at the topic of modern building installation from different perspectives. In summary, the keywords simplicity, speed, flexibility, digitalization and sustainability are important points of reference for you. With regard to pluggable electrical installation, however, there are also many critical opinions. One important point here is that the work is taken away from the electricians. However, it is not seen here that the work is only transferred to other project phases and the time on the construction site is reduced. If you still have any questions about modern building installation with WAGO products and solutions, you are welcome to address them in the networking room afterwards. Of course, you can also contact the WAGO team after the event. As a final point, I would like to invite you to be there again at our next Building Roadshow. The topic will be engineering in building automation.